If you had to choose one particular grocery store that you would say that most people prefer shopping at, what would it be?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Well, let's just say you had to pick a store people didn't want to go shopping at.
Walmart.
Okay. What do you think? Let's get top 3 of where you think they would. It has gained a positive reputation amongst shoppers for a variety of reasons.
Okay, I have 3.
Okay.
I have 2.
First one.
Fred Meyer,
Next one.
Albertsons,
Third one.
Aldi's.
Bingo. Despite needing a quarter to get a shopping cart, is that
But you get your
Lidl?
quarter back.
Is that Lidl?
No, that's Aldi.
I know Lidl did it.
No, Aldi. Lidl does not do that.
Yeah, they do.
Aldi is the one that you're thinking of on Duluth Highway.
No, I was thinking of the one on Brazelton Highway.
That's Lidl, and you didn't have to put a quarter in. Aldi, you had to put the quarter in.
I never went to the one on Duluth Highway.
Yes, we did.
I didn't.
Yes, we did.
Whatever.
Yes, we did.
Well, either way.
It was a few years ago, but yes, we did.
It's kind of like putting up a YouTube video, and you're not going to get a 100% like rate. Normally. Not everybody's going to like it. And I got 3 reasons here why people don't like Aldi.
Because you have to put a quarter in for the cart isn't one of them.
That might be, well...
Weirdly, even though you can get the quarter back.
That might be a part of one of the 3 reasons. But the first one is going to fall in line with a I don't know, repetitive trend that we've had here lately.
Recalls?
Recalls.
I'm trying not to look because I want to guess. I want to play the game.
Tell her what she's won.
More recalled food.
Here, you won a bowl of mashed potatoes.
I don't want them. Thank you.
I don't know why she picked that.
Cheddar sour cream. Yeah.
I told her it's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Next time she will go hungry.
That's the child we're talking about. The child will go hungry. We're great parents.
She ain't eat it. What's the difference?
I know.
What's the difference? If I didn't get it or did get it, she didn't eat it.
When they're homemade, she likes them though.
This is what she said she wanted. She goes, I want mashed potatoes that you pour water in.
She only wanted to do it because she thought she was going to do it and mess with the tea kettle. They can't see
How
it.
did she think she was going to do it when she
asked me to make it? Yeah. It was probably the original plan and then it changed.
Well, let me just get this pulled up so you guys can see the current situation at your local Aldi.
Or not so local because they're not in every single city. Some people drive 30 minutes to an hour to get to Aldi.
Making thumbnails over here. But either way, let's see here. Aldi has a recall in 5 states over a nut allergy, which is a terrible allergy to have. Nuts will kill you.
Yes.
Recall alert was issued after a customer noticed pecans in a raspberry Danish.
I think the P is silent.
Okay. Recall alert was issued after a customer noticed ecans in a raspberry Danish. Okay, the P is silent. All right.
And this is how you stay married 15 years.
Though packaging did not state the presence of the nuts, you can generally tell if there's going to be nuts based on the sack.
That's what she said.
But either way.
I want to watch The Office before we record. It's horrible.
Danish Kringles. Look, I ain't gonna lie. It's something it said.
It
Danish
sounds Christmassy. Danish Kringles.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's Danish Kringles. I do like the raspberry donut at
Krispy
Kreme.
Yeah.
But there's no pecans in it. But
what if
I'm
there
not
were?
allergic
You didn't
to
know.
Pecans.
No, you're not. You're fine.
Pistachios will do it for sure.
You've never
Cashews.
Really? When have you had a pistachio?
Years ago.
And something happened then?
Well, I could tell.
Oh.
Like look, like now, like.
Are you talking about when we went to eat?
Like you can look at my eyes and be like, "Wait, are you eating poisonous nuts?" But you can tell. Like we went somewhere the other day. I had some bread, and I was like, "Give me a minute." And I was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna do this," because I can tell.
No, it wasn't pistachios. It was sunflower seeds you had at
No, but I'm
California
just saying
Pizza
I can
Kitchen.
tell.
I know. I'm just saying also.
So anyone
pistachios and I wasn't there.
with an allergy or severe sensitivity to pecans or pecans.
Northern versus southern.
I think if it's the nut, it's a pecan. If it's the pie, it's a pecan. If it's the tree, it's a pecan. You know where it says pecan tree? It's a pecan tree.
Okay, I'll go with it. Sure, why not?
I mean, they're all in Georgia anyway.
Sure.
So, South Georgia. So anyone with allergies could be at risk. And the company based in Wisconsin shipped out these 14-ounce raspberry Kringles to stores in Iowa, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Wisconsin. Those are the 5 states. Iowa, Minnesota, North Dakota.
No, it's not the same.
South Dakota and Wisconsin. Somebody told me North Dakota is going to have a mild winter. It's going to be like 30 degrees in Atlanta next week or tomorrow. And you're telling me North Dakota is going to have a mild winter? Like,
what is mild?
I don't. The only states right now, according to the Weather Channel, that's going to have snow for Christmas are the northwestern states.
This is where you're messing up. You're listening to the Weather Channel instead of Ryan Hall, y'all. Just so you're fully aware. He's the only one who's been right so far.
Ryan Hall is an alarmist. I'm just messing around.
Okay.
I want people to get off.
Yeah, bent out of shape.
Oh my God, what'd you say about Ryan? I'm like,
no, he's great.
He's not at all. Yeah.
He's not. I mean, it is alarming when there's a tornado headed at your house, but
I think if it was sunshine and rainbows, he just wouldn't make a video.
Yeah, he'd be like, hey guys, nothing to talk about. It's pretty.
Gonna
Go
be hot.
outside.
Either way, so watch out for Iowa, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Wisconsin because there are some deadly pecans out there hidden in these raspberry Kringles. Which doesn't even really look that appetizing.
What state is Fargo in?
North Dakota.
That's what I thought. So when you were making the accent for Minnesota and you're like North Dakota, I was like, Fargo? Don't you know?
You started it.
Don't you know?
You started it.
What's her face? I love that movie Fargo. It is so good. Frances McDormand? I don't know the lady's name, but I love that movie.
So there's a recall. There's more recalls coming. So pretty much don't eat anything ever.
So wait. Did they not follow along the lines with literally every packaging out there under the earth, in the earth, under the sun that says processed on shared equipment may contain nuts, blah, 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 blah?
No. It's not may. It does.
Oh.
No, it does.
Oh, it does have pecans and they didn't say it.
Oh, okay. So the
No,
pecans...
this says could contain. It doesn't say it does. It says it could contain.
Oh.
So it's still not accurate.
What's the recipe? Does the recipe have it or not?
The P is silent. I want to see if you try to say it.
No.
The recipe? No, don't do that. Okay, so there's the thing. Contains wheat, milk, soy, egg. May contain traces of various tree nuts or peanuts due to shared equipment. So it does say that on there. So at that point, because then underneath it says may contain presence of pecans, whatever.
No. It says... Racine initiated the recall. Mm-hmm. So the manufacturer initiated the recall.
Okay.
After a customer found a raspberry Kringle that contained pecans, though it was distributed in a package that did not state the presence of pecans. So what they're saying is that pecans needs its own designation outside of tree nuts or peanuts.
Is it not a tree nut? I don't know. Do they grow up from the soil?
It's a pecan tree.
I don't know how it works.
It's a pecan tree. It's got to be a tree nut, right?
Yeah. That's what I would think. So, tree nuts grow on trees, whereas peanuts grow underground are considered legumes. Tree nuts include almonds, Brazil nuts, cashews, hazelnuts, pecans, pistachios, and walnuts.
I am so confused.
So am I.
I am so confused.
It is, in my opinion, it is an article meant to elicit a little bit of stay out of ALDI.
Wait. Is it the article or
is it
more about the ingredients? Wait.
No, because one person found pecans, but if it's on a shared equipment, it's possible they could find it.
Oh, okay. So it's not supposed to have pecans,
no.
But because it used shared equipment, it could have pecans.
It could. And so one person found it and then sent it in, and now they're recalling all these because one person found it, even though it clearly states on there, may contain traces of, because other shared equipment. So if this is why they're doing recalls, because one person found something, even though it's labeled directly on there that it could possibly have it because it's on shared equipment, why would you do a recall instead of just saying, hey, one person found it, just keep an eye out. If you're deathly allergic, just don't eat it to be safe.
I wouldn't do a recall.
I wouldn't do a recall either.
I'd be like, print me up some stickers that say pecans on it. Send all these stickers to the stores, like
And put them on.
Stick that on it. But the thing is, it's like this is why things cost so much money, because a company can't base their profit off of the sale of the goods. They have to base their profit off of the loss.
Yeah, off
of
the
not
net.
being able to sell the goods.
Sail, like on the sea, in your tugboat. Sail.
Another reason why people liked Aldi probably was for the shopping experience. I watched a little video, little like documentary on it. I'm pretty sure it was Aldi.
You can talk about the part where you can go to that one line and talk to somebody for longer, because that's Lidl.
No.
Okay, never mind.
It was. They said they make the stores so you can always see all four walls. It's not a big store.
Oh no, Aldi is literally the size of our apartment, maybe a little bit bigger, and you have your regular walls, right? And then you have aisles down the middle, but they're shorter. They're not high up. You can see over everything, so you can see the top of everybody's head, so you know exactly how many people are in there, unless they're short.
You know, and they said they don't bother, they literally take the box, rip the top off, and stick
shove it up. Yep.
They don't waste time or money.
It feels like you're at a flea market, but not.
They get literally, they could legally say it, but basically they get like General Mills Cheerios and cereals that say like Aldios or it's literally the same. It's not like an imitation. It's literally the same one. So like it tastes the same and everything. Because you get imitation cereal. It's not good. It's not good.
No.
And so Aldi has some things going for them, and they had cashiers.
They also now have self-checkouts.
Self-checkouts.
But
Aldi shoppers
you had up there.
threatened to boycott the grocer over self-checkout conversion. And they complain that they've been trained to accept it.
What's funny at Walmart. So what's funny is in the beginning when Aldi started, people liked the fact that it was like the minimalist grocery store where you could use a cart, but if you wanted your quarter back, you put it back where it was, which is why they didn't have to hire somebody to go out into the parking lot and bring carts in. I
went in Aldi one time, I was like, I ain't got a quarter. They go,
with me. Bing. That's what I'm saying. The one on Duluth Highway. When we went, we didn't have the quarter. They just gave us the cart.
Nah, I don't think that was it. I think it was a different one.
I will bet you every single thing I've ever owned in my life and will ever own. Yeah, exactly, because So in the beginning, Aldi was great because it was the minimalist grocery store. You could use the cart and put it back because they didn't hire the person. They didn't have to raise the cost of your goods or whatever. And then people liked it because it was kind of like Costco where there was no bags. You could either buy a reusable Aldi bag for probably a couple of dollars, or you could just throw everything back into your cart the way it was, take it out to your car and shove it in the back seat, or you had your own reusable bags. Then when Walmart and Target and other places said, we're going to charge you 10 cents for a bag, people got mad. It was like, but why? You liked it when Aldi didn't give you a bag, but now you're mad that they won't give you a bag unless you give them a dime. Like that part never made sense to me. But Costco at least has all the boxes, the empty boxes at the end. Sometimes they don't. But now Aldi is turning into every other grocery store where we have bags now, but it's going to cost you, and the prices of everything's going up. Now we have self-checkout. Now we have, carts all over the place. So. Well,
when Walmart rips their self-checkouts out of the stores, they're like, hey, we got a deal on self-checkouts. Aldi's like, yo, let me get, because Aldi's about the discount. Aldi's like, yo,
about the discount.
Aldi's like, yo, we were going to do self-checkout from the beginning. We just didn't want to pay full price for it. So
I'll take your discount. Better to get some money than no money.
And then they're going to wait till Lowe's rip theirs out, because apparently Lowe's is 100% all self-checkout now. So
we got to test that in Georgia.
That's not going to work out.
Yeah.
So either way, self-checkout, and they put this out yesterday. Self-checkout machines are meant to make life easier, but some have issues with the tech.
Yeah.
One Aldi shopper recently shared why they are boycotting the store over the machines. Some stores have caused concern with customers by switching primarily to self-checkout, and self-checkout machines were first invented in the 1980s. I don't believe that. 1980s?
I believe self-checkout was invented because Blockbuster used to have a self-checkout.
I remember in the 80s.
And I know because at 16 I worked at Blockbuster.
I remember in the 80s we still had full service gas stations
in the 90s.
In New York.
Well, that was in New York. We didn't have them in Georgia. But I was going to say something and it was really
profound.
Yes.
Self-checkout in the 80s?
No.
Switching to self-checkout causing concern with the tech.
No.
We're gonna go to Lowe's. Try something at Lowe's.
No. I forgot it, and it was really good.
What was it about?
People are like, you should quit interrupting him. This is why I have to, because then I forget everything I was going to say.
What's it about? I don't think it's interrupting.
It's a conversation.
We finish each other's sentences.
Sandwiches.
Sandwiches.
You can tell your parents when you quote Frozen as your conversation. Dang it. What was it?
All right. Well, it'll come back to you.
It will. Wait, go back up so I can see the top. Because maybe it was go down. Oh, I remember. Thank you. I needed to see the self-scanner. So I was at a store I will not name, and I was at the self-checkout station because they did not have a regular register open. Don't judge me. I could not go to a cashier. There was not one available.
Oh, they judge you from the start.
It's fine. They're going to judge me anyway. It doesn't matter. Judge away. You got to deal with that in the afterlife, not me. So I'm standing at my self-checkout and I'm self-checkouting, right? And the lady next to me, I can see her stickers on her produce and I know which ones are organic and which ones are not. And she takes her produce and she puts it on the stand and she looks around to see if the person is working. She hits look up, types in avocado and picks the regular avocado, knowing good and damn well she had the organic one, which is 3 times as much, puts it in her bag. Does the same thing with the bananas and with the apples.
Well,
the perk to self-checkout, I guess, is you can steal organic fruits and vegetables.
Well, interesting. Well, that's why they have the hosted.
That's why you're supposed to.
That's why they have the hosted self-checkout now. You know.
Were they?
Were
they?
Hey,
I just think you like putting your jokes.
Hey, and it's gonna be a real sketch situation. You're gonna be getting like, hey girl, let me see them avocados.
What if it's melons?
Let me see what you got.
What if you have 2 cantaloupes and you're like, let me see the melons, and you're like,
and I'm over here trying to get these murder pecans, and they're like, let me see them nuts. I'm like, uh-oh.
How far can the self-checkout cashier go before they get too close and you're like, this is sexual harassment.
I thought you were saying, how far can it go? I'm picturing Gail Lewis chasing you in the parking lot because you done ran out the door with non-organic or organic.
With organic and only charge yourself
But
with
if you walk
non-organic.
up to the door and they're like, let me see your receipt, obviously you know they want to check to see if you stole the water.
Yeah.
That's the only thing they
care about. And the toilet paper. And the baby formula.
That was a crazy thing. That Gail Lewis TikTok where the guy stole the PS5 is unrealistic. Not for the fact that the person morphed into Gail Lewis and for the fact that they chased him down and then flipped their car over and exploded, but for the fact that you could walk out of Walmart with a PS5 because they don't have them.
I was about to say, because they don't have PS5s.
So that myth is debunked.
Well, the good news is if they did have PS5, you could get it, and if you go through self-checkout, you can get...
You just type in PS to code, then PS1.
PS1.
Free.
One. But you could also sign up for Affirm while you're there. So there's that if you're in self-checkout.
Which I explained that in the video before this about how that works.
Can y'all see my squirrel? Can you tell?
The squirrel.
Is a squirrel?
So, squirrels like nuts. So the crazy part is if you go to the, if you go and walk out there and go, let me see your receipt. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you showed me an avocado, I wouldn't know if it was organic or not.
Well,
so
the sticker would tell you.
They're not looking.
That's true.
They're like,
not.
They ain't got that much time.
Side note: if you go through self-checkout because there's no actual cashier, or because you want to,
don't enable them.
No.
Okay.
At the end, when you're done paying, it says, "How do you want your receipt? Text, print, or both?" If you don't print it, they're gonna find a way to f you over before you make it out of that store. Print the receipt every single time. Every single time.
Because
I don't want to give them my phone number. Number one. Number two, without that paper receipt, what if they don't let you out the door?
At the Home Depot, if you hit print or email, they still print it.
They still print it, so it doesn't even matter.
No matter what. But at Best Buy, they just email it to you. I'm like, so I'm just gonna walk out the door
because they don't give you a bag anymore. You got to pay for a bag. I'm just gonna walk out the door with this $2,000 laptop, just willy-nilly. They're like, yeah, sure, bye. And you're like, deuces. Also, it's a good way to get mugged in the parking lot now that Best Buy doesn't give you a bag unless you pay for it. And they don't ask you if you want a bag. They just hand you your stuff. So you walk out into the parking lot at dusk on, Black Friday with your PS5, you're going to get shanked. Well, depending on the city. Don't be in Memphis.
No.
Or St. Louis.
No. Do not. Don't buy nothing.
Chicago felt safe though.
Don't buy anything in Memphis. They're gonna come steal it from you. They stole $3,400 in toys from Memphis.
Did you not see the thing I sent you with the FedEx truck? Where
too.
a FedEx truck was in traffic and they opened the back of this FedEx truck and just took everything out of the back of it. It was a mob of people robbing a FedEx truck in rush hour traffic. I feel like that's when you get to be bad boy style and you come around the corner with your double barrel shotgun or whatever.
Like, what impact does it have on your life to choose to buy avocado and choose to discount to get the regular avocado price for organic? Like, where does that put you? Like,
bougie, but not enough money to be bougie.
Like when someone says, you know,
health conscious.
How did you build your wealth? And they go, well, I just never paid for organic avocados.
I just saved 50 cents every single time I went to the store.
And I bought a lot of avocados. Why? Because I made a lot of tableside guac. That's how I made my wealth.
Tableside guac is the best. Can you imagine if you just had like an Aldi shopping bag or whatever and you walk up to some place and you're like, hey, listen, I have all the ingredients right here.
I think
would you like some tableside guac? And they're like, ma'am, this is a Little Caesars. And you're like,
I think if you had the cart,
tableside guac?
You could be anywhere. And
no, I agree.
And people would, you could be anywhere with lemonade,
Let's make
hot
that our
dogs,
next YouTube channel.
boiled peanuts.
Oh my God, those are so good.
And tableside guac. You could do that.
Do you want to make a new YouTube channel and it'll just be you and I walking down sidewalks with like one of those little carts at the restaurant and be like, tableside guac, tableside guac.
We would sell out in seconds.
We would. Maybe not hot dogs because anybody can do hot dogs, but tableside guac, it takes skill to make a good one.
So now we are on to number 3 here of the 3 reasons why
I forgot we were counting.
People don't like Aldi. And this is a multi-part. And this one was out just about a month ago. Why I stopped shopping at Aldi. Why I stopped shopping. Aldi's strengths are also
their
Aldi's weaknesses.
I knew you were going to say that.
So let's just see here. Aldi is adored by many for its discounted prices on groceries and household essentials, but the no-frills German supermarket chain only works for some consumers. Some drawbacks cause some longtime devotees to break up with Aldi ultimately. Here are the common reasons loyal customers decide to stop shopping there, which is an oxymoron because they're not loyal.
If they stop shopping there.
Yeah, it's like, I don't watch your channel anymore. I unsubscribe, but I can't.
I'm here to comment.
Unreliable stock. Aldi keeps prices low by offering a curated selection of predominantly store-brand items. However, this leads to a haphazard inventory with frequent out-of-stock items. So Aldi got the empty shelves.
Yeah.
The shortages.
No, they really do, more so than anybody else, especially when prices start going up. The first place people will go is going to be Aldi's, or what was that place that we went to? Grocery Outlet? Mm-hmm. Grocery Outlet also, Grocery Outlet was so expensive.
That was a scratch and dent.
That was so expensive. Grocery Outlet over here was more expensive than anything.
It's clickbait.
Because everybody else is like, no, go to Grocery Outlet. They have all this stuff. And I'm like,
it's clickbait.
It was so expensive. We didn't buy anything.
They tell you it's cheap. You think it's cheap.
It's not. I mean, it's cheap if you want to compare it to
So there's a barbecue place in Atlanta. It's called Community Q. I think it's called Community Q. No, Community Q.
Oh, not Q?
I think it's Community Q.
Not the same one I'm thinking of on Peachtree Industrial, like down towards...
Community Q Barbecue, Claremont Road, Decatur.
That's not the right one.
It's just Decatur, where's greater?
That's not the one then. You're thinking of Q.
No, I am literally thinking about Community Q if you let me finish telling you about Community Q.
Okay.
And Community Q is similar to Aldi. Or at least Aldi should let you know that this is how it works. Because basically what it is they open, let's see, they open 11 to 7, but basically they're going to have certain menu items, and when they're gone.
That's like every restaurant.
No. Like, you're not going to be like, I'm going to go get baby back ribs or brisket for dinner. No, because if they sell out at lunch, they're done.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Oh, so they only make a certain amount, so they can't have any leftovers, so they're not wasting their money.
Perhaps, maybe.
And then if you show up and you want one, the odds that you will leave without buying anything are very small because you're already there and you want barbecue.
Yeah.
It's actually not a bad idea.
So Aldi should be like, look, we got the stuff, but when it's gone, it's gone. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not a shortage, it's just...
We only get this much. Well, as a discount store,
it's like, yo, we stock on what day we stock?
Wednesdays.
You need to come over here on Wednesday.
My favorite thing is when you know people stock on Wednesday, so you go on Tuesdays to record the empty shelves. That's my favorite.
Yeah, but those videos aren't getting any views now, are they? The limited nutrition info can be an issue. Aldi aggressively controls inventory to lower operational expenses. But this means many items need more in-depth nutritional information beyond basic FDA label requirements.
That doesn't make sense.
Do you know if this toothbrush is approved by the American Dental Association? Inconvenient locations and rising gas costs. I mean, if we want to go to Aldi, we got to drive to Navarre.
No, we don't. There's one in Niceville. It's over by the high school.
If you want to go to Aldi, you got to pay a toll.
Yeah, or drive to Navarre. But if we drive to Navarre, we could go to Dewey Destin. So it's kind of a win. We should go to Aldi when we get back.
All the money you could possibly save has been negated in fuel costs.
Fuel costs, which is what they're saying.
And then you get there and they're like, oh, we don't have
any of this stuff anymore.
And then it's like, oh, and your Kringle raspberries have pecans in them.
This is my favorite one. I don't like packing my own bags. You know what? You know why I don't like going to grocery stores and going through regular checkouts? I don't like the way they pack my bags. I literally put stuff on the conveyor belt in an order. All the cold stuff here, all the not cold stuff here, boxes here, cans here, whatever. And when they just throw that shit all together however they want, I'm like,
well,
but I made it so easy for you.
Reasons why you don't want to shop at, if these are reasons why you don't want to shop at Aldi anymore, and reasons why you're going to boycott them, and reasons why you're going to... But the question is, where are you going to go?
But the problem is, if you're going to do all that because of those small things, you can't complain one single time about the cost of food anywhere else.
I know, but where are you going to go?
Because you have the option.
Where are you going to go?
Walmart.
You fed up with Aldi and you decided to go to Walmart?
I mean, that's your other option.
It's the polar opposite.
But that's the thing. They're saying they don't want to go because they don't want to pack their own bags. Okay, well, Walmart does still have a cashier every once in a while. Inconvenient locations. Walmart's on every flipping street corner. Rising gas prices. You're going to get that no matter where you go. Go back up. Go. Limited nutrition info can be an issue. Every single person has the same FDA nutritional info. I don't know what that one's all about. It's not like people are going out of the way to be like, you know, it was made on a Tuesday in May in Mexico and it's got a little nutty flavor.
They didn't tell you had pecans in it. But the other ones include prices are rising closer to competitors, which is weird because it makes Aldi less attractive. Does it make the competitors more attractive?
In theory, I would say yes, because you don't want to go to the flea market grocery store.
It's still a deal at $1.25.
Yeah.
But because they raise their prices now, it's like, screw you.
It used to be $1. That 25% increase is a lot, though. But if you think about it, Aldi is not the most appealing visually or whatever when you go inside. So if you're going to pay the same price there versus a Publix, wouldn't you want to go into the one that has better lighting, more options to choose from, music, bathroom, bags for your groceries?
I mean, I don't really care, but it's not
don't do the grocery
it's not like I'm
shopping.
taking selfies and like tagging my location, like shopping at Aldi.
But some people do. That's what I'm saying.
Aldi.
Hashtag empty crate.
But I would say that if I had my choice between Aldi and Publix, I'm going to go to Publix.
Yeah.
If they were literally right next to each other,
I would pick Publix.
I would go to Publix.
Same.
And
only during BOGOs.
But
I don't buy if it's not BOGO.
I don't love Publix.
I don't love Publix either. I don't love any of them.
Like, I don't really like the layout and it's just not.
I like Whole Foods. The people there are extremely nice.
I would never go to Whole Foods because I wouldn't know where anything is.
No, you wouldn't. But the employees there are extremely nice. They are the nicest employees I've ever dealt with, besides Publix being second.
It's because they're all hippies.
Hippies are nice.
Let's see here. I prefer a one-stop shopping experience.
Which you mean Walmart.
Because you can't get tires at the same time or batteries or whatever. Desire for premium quality brands. Okay.
All right.
Well, I got to say this. Here's why I stopped shopping at Aldi, which is the title of this article here. You didn't stop shopping at Aldi if you wanted premium brands, because that's not an Aldi thing.
That's never been an Aldi thing.
And when low prices loses its appeal. How can low prices lose its appeal? I'm tired of paying less. I want to pay more.
I want to pay more for the same damn thing. Makes no sense.
No, it doesn't. But either way, these are the 3 reasons that people aren't shopping at Aldi anymore, which the third reason included like 10 reasons. But food recalls, deadly pecans,
gas prices,
self-checkout.
Got to bag your own stuff.
That they're adding in, and that they're brainwashing people and training them and conditioning and indoctrinating the future generations to only do self-checkout. And
To be self-reliant?
This.
I mean, if you want to look at it from that standpoint.
If it was self-reliant, no.
That's how somebody's going to phrase it. They're going to be like, what, you need somebody to do it for you? You can't bag your own stuff? How entitled are you? Which is what some people say.
What if the grocery stores are like, yo, we're going to bring back cashiers and baggers, but you got to tip them.
People would be so mad if at the end when you put your card in, this is your total. Tip 10%, 15%, 20%. And you're like, the hell for it? It's their job. No, we brought them back because y'all didn't like bagging your own stuff. And now you got to tip them. It's a service industry at this point. What if they made the minimum like a restaurant does and you had to tip them? Would people then be like, just give me the bag, I'll do it myself?
What if they said, we're going to reduce our overall cost so that we can bring back these employees or these baggers, but we're not going to pay them. They're going to be,
live off tips.
Yeah.
But then people will be like, why am I, the customer, doing what the job should do? Why am I paying your employee when the job should be paying their employee? Which is why a lot of people don't like tipping at restaurants. But the thing is, if you don't tip them, they don't get paid a lot of times. Not every state's like that.
Is there a fee to order online? Because
oh yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, because that employee, they wouldn't have an employee that's going to do this shopping for you. Huh. Well, either way. That's that. Let me know if you shop at Aldi or did shop at Aldi or don't shop at Aldi
or if you prefer Lidl to Aldi.
Or if you've eaten these pecan-laced raspberry crinkles.
Saying raspberry.